Oh my god! I'm going feral! I've missed you guys so much! I've missed you guys so much! It's been way too long! It's been just so too long, and it's been so long since I had a solo stream, which this isn't. But it is so good to see you guys. I have missed you just terribly. It's been so crazy how many things have been happening. Okay, so we're done with the dog, right? I wanna talk through what's coming up because we've had a little adventure, haven't we? Okay, moving forward, some things I would like to prioritize. So, let's talk through it, huh? I have missed you guys so much. I really was prioritizing the dog, and I'm glad I got it done. It is now safely to Vedal, where I promise he will do, I've been assured he will do nothing but stupid things with it. The robot is delivered and probably functional. I don't know. I got it through customs, but it seemed like they had kind of torn the thing apart a little bit. But then I just played really stupid. So it was kind of torn apart, so I had to give it to him and be like, some assembly required. I included all the tools he'd need to reassemble it, but I understand that he's got it almost back together. I don't know. Her butt was lighting up, but apparently she wasn't moving, but that could also be a him problem. It could very easily be a him problem because he was like, I got a completely different and incompatible battery. Is that going to be okay? And I was like, probably not. No. And then he was like, I don't have a battery charger to charge that. Is it cool if I just use? And then he didn't even say alligator clips. He said crocodile clips. He was like, is it okay if I just use crocodile clips to charge this enormous battery? Like, bro, why do you want to hurt me? Brother, why do you want to hurt me? But he has it. And I'm so happy that he has it. But that means we have things to look forward to. Things that I want to prioritize moving forward. One, I want to do more solo streams because I miss you guys horribly. And that was kind of the thing that took a back seat. So I'm going to be prioritizing solo streams. I want to do at least one a week. At least one, because I miss you guys and I want to get back to my roots a little bit. I had sort of been putting that on hold because I was like, I gotta do tech projects. I gotta prove I'm an engineer. Yeah, prove to who? I don't know, myself. And prove to my dad, even though he's never doubted this fact. Every time I ever have any kind of engineering achievement, when I got my first patent, I was like, Dad, look, see, I am a real engineer. And he was like, Ellie, like, who hurt you? Why do you feel like you have to prove this to me? Literally every time I do anything worthy of note, I'm just like, see, Dad? And he's like, yeah, yeah, I see. So I'm done with that. And it's time to get back to solo streams, get back to music. I want to focus more on music. Ellie. Thing two that I want to focus on, I want to get VR working. I want to get VR working well. Yes, right away, Beat Saber. So that's the other thing. Beat Saber is my favorite game in the universe, and I want to be able to play it more. And I have that silly 3D model that I made. I want to be able to play Beat Saber with you guys. I haven't been able to play Beat Saber on or off stream. I haven't been able to play it in forever because headset problems. And so I'm hoping that I can get that sorted out. The other reason, the ulterior motive for why I want to be able to do VR stuff is that I want to do semi-frequent streams with Minnie and Cerber where we dance. Idle training camp in VR. We talked about it a little, and I think it would be really, really fun. So I gotta get my stuff together. I gotta get my stuff working. So one more time for the people in the back. Our newfound priorities, right? Okay, 1, more solo streams, more music streams. 2, VR content, from dancing to Beat Saber to eventually commissioning a more convincing 3D model, and also planning some community events in VR, including hopefully an open mic night. Those are my priorities. Now we have to get into the meat and potatoes, the proper tech projects, right? Because I am, if nothing else, an enginer. I went to train school. Please, someone find that funny. Please, I'm begging someone to find that funny. Please, someone find that funny. That's the worst thing I've ever said. Anyway, projects upcoming. Engineering projects that we are working on. 1, for open source, hopefully, this is our plan as of now, although maybe subject to change, is I want to get Neuro car working. It's going to be a Power Wheels, because I think it would be funny for Neuro to drive Bao into walls. I think that would be really, really funny. So that's what I'm choosing to prioritize. Yeah, it's gonna drive Toma into stuff as well. But for open source, I think it would be funny for it to drive Bao into walls. I think that would be funny to me personally. And I also think it would be an interesting project. It's also fairly straightforward, which I like about it, because you guys know we just did a project with so many moving parts and so much IK and so much calibration and so much hard freaking work. So hear me out. Our next project, easy peasy, okay? We're going to talk through what's required for the car, right? We need camera, mic, speaker, right? Now, a lot of these cars, a lot of Power Wheels already have built-in Bluetooth audio. So there we go, mic, speaker, dunzo, right? Camera, that's doable. Easy. Now, what other modifications need to be made? We'll see about battery life. I'm almost certainly going to replace the battery because most of these cars have a battery life of about, 1 hour, 1 to 1.5. And I want to make sure that we're being a little bit more careful. I want to make sure that we have time. Add a go-kart engine. Okay, you guys are such bad influences. I was saying to Vedal, like, wait, what if I just completely replace the chassis and I make it basically a go-kart? But no, because it's going to be driven inside at open sauce, and I'm not trying to do damage. And also, I'm permanently traumatized because one time when I went go-karting with my sister when I was a kid, I gave her a concussion. We have trauma to contend with. Yes, no, people do all kinds of mods on Power Wheels on Reddit. So our mod, I think, is going to be relatively straightforward. I still haven't decided whether I'm going to use a stock Power Wheels or like one of the many knockoff brands. There are a lot of good options. Must have our Poon equivalent? Maybe. So, what the thing that I was thinking is, if I get one that goes to slightly higher speeds, right, I'm definitely going to want to replace the battery. There are plenty that already are 24 volt, although the conversion is not that complicated, and I don't mind stepping down, like, the audio, and everything. So I'm just not that worried about it. I think that as long as we then replace the motors, obviously, as well, we could take it up to 24 volt. I'm not sure, ultimately. As long as we increase the battery life and possibly replace the motors and gearboxes, possibly just the gearboxes, we might be able to get away with. Because Bao is very small. And so I think that the car would still be able to drive her around. We don't really need a lot of speed since this is going to be happening indoors in a crowded place. And I still haven't gotten their seal of approval. I wrote to them to be like, hey, can I drive a car into the walls? And I haven't heard back yet, so we'll see. Replacing just the gearboxes sounds like a pain. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've done plenty of similar work in my day. I feel fine. We need disc brakes. Yeah, it needs to be able to drift. Was this open source? It's like a con for tech creators. So there's some work that needs to be done. Now, overall, this project doesn't seem huge, right? As far as I'm concerned, most of them come with remotes already. So we just have to hack the remote. There's a pre-existing API, so that shouldn't be too hard to just like write real quick, so that it like conforms to that spec. And beyond that, I just got to make sure that everything connects up right, and the audio works, and she's getting good video feed and everything, and at a good angle. Here's where it gets complicated. So I would also like to do some changes to the body, right? I would like to paint the car body to be tan like her sweater, and then make cute little bumper stickers of all of her pins, and give her like a cute license plate that's like heart or whatever. And I just think that would be really cute. She's gonna be all set probably. Now the thing about this project, not that complicated, right? Oh my god, guys, what if we printed a little turtle as the hood ornament? What if we made a little turtle hood ornament? Wouldn't she just die? Wouldn't that be so freaking cute? Her sound effects are the car horn. Oh my god, I love her already. Need to add a padded bumper? Yes. Okay, so that is another thing that I would obviously consider if necessary. So, at this point, this all sounds extremely doable, right? You're like, Ellie, what's the issue? You could probably knock that out in a couple of weekends. Well, hear me out. Power Wheels are more expensive to ship across the country than they are to buy. I don't understand how this is even possible, but it is. It is true that it is cheaper to buy them than it is to ship them. So, theoretically, I can take a week of work from home and I can fly out there early, get it, and then I would have to do all of this live while working full-time work from home hours, possibly with Bao's help, and then take it to the con. So that's how that's looking. The stress will kill me? Yeah, Yeah, it will. It will. Luckily, I've got my emotional support engineers, my emotional support bugs. There are a couple of ways we could theoretically do this, and some were already proposed. One is I do a kind of a crazy week where I do all of the changes there. Now, if the changes are what I think they'll be, this is not hard. This is not difficult, and it will be fine. You know, it's nice that it's even a temperature where spray paint can cure outside, so it shouldn't be too hard. If I get there and it doesn't work, right? For example, what if we discover that the axles can't handle it? Right? What if we discover that? What do? I gotta figure it out, right? I gotta figure it out live, which is gonna be kind of crazy. The other option is that we do all of the modifications here, and then we undo them, send everything out there, and then do it there. So here's the thing about me doing it there, is content. Here's the thing, is I know what kind of content I like. I personally would love to watch a video of someone modding a Power Wheels in like a kind of a short amount of time and going a little bit crazy. I think that hey, Aaron, shut up. I think that would be really funny. And I think it would be specifically funny because I would be working with Bao, and I think she's really funny, and she hasn't done a lot of tech stuff, but she wants to learn more about it. And so I think that would be really fun. So as much as it's objectively a bad plan, I probably will plan out most of the modifications here. The other possibility is that I can do both, right? If I get one here, so Michael Reeves with VTubers, yeah, a little bit. And if I meet him, I'll just fall unconscious and throw up and choke on my own vomit and die. That's what'll happen if I meet Michael Reeves. I'm calling it now. So yeah, anyway, dude, there are like very few people who would make me starstruck, I think, right? Like I pride myself on being relatively normal about meeting my heroes, right? I collabed with Bao, and I was only a little weird about it, right? But I think that if I met Michael Reeves, I would throw up and die.
Ellie!
If he got in the Neuro car, I would definitely throw up and die. So yeah, he's really cool. He's really cool. And I like his content. Yeah, so anyway, I think it would be fun to go there and do it live and with all of you guys in the Discord, build the robot, build the car, rebuild the car, however you put that, with Bao and make content out of it. Because I think that would be fun and funny content. That's the plan for that. That's our next tech project. After that, we're finally doing VTuber headgear because I have not been prioritizing it because we've had so much else going on. After that, we're doing VTuber headgear. What else do we have coming up? I have a cover of Pale Blue Dot that I've been working on. I have a cover that I'm doing with Churchy that I'm working on. I have a bunch of other songs that I'm working on getting out for you guys. So I'm very, very, very excited. We're going to be designing Evil's ideal crazy robot body. My goal is to get her to design something so absolutely wicked and insane, but then Vedal has to let me build it because she asked for it, and I think that would be really funny. She might ask for a Gundam. Good. Good. I imagine she's just going to want me to build her like a turret. I imagine she's just going to want me to build her a turret. And I think that's really good. Personally, I think she should have a turret. I think Vedal should give her a turret. I think that we should put a turret up and that she can target in the corner of his room. And she should be able to shoot him with it whenever she wants. Yeah, Neurocar will be real. It'll be at open source, so that's gonna be some content building it, and it's gonna be really, really fun to think about. And then VTuber headgear, because I want you guys to properly know if I cry. And those are our engineering projects. I would really love to build a lyre. I'm gonna bankrupt Vedal. He didn't pay for the last one, and he's not paying for this one. No, sir. I pay for my own engineering projects. He doesn't pay for anything. I wouldn't let him, because these are my projects, right? And I wanted to do them. So yeah, no, he doesn't pay for anything. The real thing is, like, I have a job, right? Like, I make money at my job. I do this stuff for fun and because I love it and because I love all of you. No matter what. Yeah, I'm in it for the love of the game. So yeah, no, I'm lucky enough to make enough on streaming that I can pay for my silly little robot projects. So he doesn't need to. Funny project, go burr. Yeah, exactly. So that'll be at open source, and then it'll be time to build VTuber headgear, and then I want to build a lyre before the end of the year. I'm going to be doing more VR content. I want to prioritize that. I want to possibly get a high quality 3D model as long as I'm doing good enough VR content and we all like that. And I want to do more solo streams and more music streams.